No, na. Ray, what is the meaning of type? Type means data type, Ray. Come on. Can you create a variable without data type? What the data type of the C3? The left side available is what? Data type. Is E3 has a type? Yes. Is E3 has object? Yes, sir. E3 doesn't have object. Answer. Is E1 has a type? Is E1 has object? E2 has a type? Object? E3 has a type? E3 has an object? Using E1, can I access static variable? Because listen. Is E1 has a type? Yes. Can I access static variable using E1? If you want to access static variable, what required type? Because static variable provided memory when it's class loaded or it's a type loaded into JVM. Tell me, if this variable has a type, can I access static variable? Yes. Can I access non-static variables? I'm clearly giving the clues to you, okay? If you want to access non-static variable, that non-static variable memory should be referred by E1. Is E1 referred to non-static variable? Yes. E2, using E2, can I access static variable? Can I access non-static variable? Using E3, can I access static variable? Yes or no? Some people are saying no. Ayyo, don't use your brain, Babu. People who are saying no, they are using their talent. Stop using your talent. Problem solved. Clearly, I'm saying E1 has a type, so we can access static variable. E2 has a type, so we can access static variable. E3 has. When you come here, you should not suddenly, like Aparachita, should not change your behavior above. You have to carry above points to here. E3 has a type, so we can access static variable. Is E3 has object? Can I access non-static variable? Let's see now. E3 dot E2 dot A I can write. Okay. And E3 dot A also I can write. Control 1 compile and control 2 execute. Look at the output coming or not? If you want to access static variable by using a referenced variable, it required just a type, not required of object, because static variable not provided memory in object, it provided memory in class. Understood? Next question I'm asking. I'm writing something like this. What is this? You answer. Why you are seeing seriously, Ravav? It is a variable. Super. Declaration. What the meaning of variable declaration? Creating a new variable with value, without value. Tell me. This is variable definition. Variable definition. Variable definition. Why you are doubt? When you see null, why you are getting doubt? It is not lion. You are not deer. It is not hunting you. Okay. Don't run away from it. Like a new example, null is also one value. When you do assignment, that is called what? Definition. What about this? When you declare variable, does it have value? No. Okay. Now, I don't want to give any explanation. You tell me. If I write like this, what happened? A value will come on? Yes, sir. No, no? Yes, sir. Error, why? Correct, your answer correct. Error, why error? Once upon a time, long ago, in variable chapter only, okay, 3 days back, we have learned one point. If you want to access a variable to read its value, it should have declaration, also it should have value. Tell me, E4 you are accessing. Does it have declaration? Yes. Does it have value? Then how can I access? The problem is not with a variable. The problem with E4 variable itself. E4 variable itself you have problem. What problem? E4 variable might not have been initialized. Look at there. Control 1. Compiler throwing. variable E4 might not have been initialized. Is it clear to all? So finally tell me what the point. When we try to access, if you want to access a static variable, how many ways we can access? 4 ways. Number 1, directly by its name. Second, by using class name. Next, by using object reference. Number 4 by using E4 is called what? Null referenced variable. Object referenced variable. Anna, Malavika, how can a variable access another variable? Okay. What variable this variable? Malavika. Can you unmute? So time will not be wasted.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. You are accessing a variable by using which one? E1.
E1, yeah.
E1 is a what variable?
Reference variable.
Reference variable as a type, na?
Yes, sir.
So you are accessing a variable by using another variable means you are not accessing variable from variable. You are accessing variable from its class.
Okay.
Inside class we have a variable, na?
Yes, sir.
This variable will come. And by writing E1.a, we are telling to compiler access a variable from E1 variable or E1 variable class.
E1 variable class.
E1 variable class. In the class, if the variable is static, directly access from the class. In that variable, in that class, if the variable is a non-static, access from the class, access from the object.
Access from the object.
Access from the object. Okay. So when you write variable dot another variable, we are not accessing variable from the variable. We are accessing from its type of the class or its pointing object. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Good.
Thank you.
Any other students has doubts? Online students? Offline students, any questions up to now? Right on. We can access a static variable in 4 ways. We can access a static variable in 4 ways. Now, I want to access non-static variables now. Shall I take one line gap here? Okay, this is error now, so I am commenting. One line gap I am taking. Hope you remember, if you write empty println, it is displaying one empty line. Then down, I am writing system.out.println of. Can I access non-static variable directly by its name? No. Compiler throw error. Why? Non-static variable doesn't have memory. Okay. Can I access non-static variable by using class name? Yes, sir. What is the meaning of it? You are telling to compiler, access X variable from class example. Then compiler software believing you and slowly walking to the example class to the X variable. Look at you by shocking ray. It is a non-static variable, right? How can you access by using class name? Tumri fellow. Throwing error, it is a non-static variable. How can I access from? Static context. Static context means what? Class memory. This X variable is not memory, not available in class memory. You cannot access, right? You required what? Object. Tell me, can I access by using object reference? E1.x. Possible? Yes. Then now is X value coming from which object? E1. What is the value? 10. What output coming? 10. Next, can I access E2.x? Yes, E2 variable is what? Object. Tell me, inside this E2 pointing object, is that non-static variable has memory? Yes. Now, carefully answer. When we write E1.x, what is the meaning to the compiler? Compiler meaning is access X variable from where? E1 variable. Then compiler go to which variable now first? E1. In this line, how many variables you are accessing? 2 variables. Carefully listen, remember, apply. Don't use your talent, okay? What explanation I'm giving, you have to remember and apply in the next example, okay? So if you try to use your brain, Bhaiya, hello shirt. You are using your brain. Hello t-shirt, you only. You are using your brain, you are listening, suddenly you are changing your brain, okay? Remember and apply the same point, okay? Come on, everyone tell me. What the meaning of this statement? Access X variable from E1. First of all, E1 variable must found, na? You are reading E1. You are reading. Dot means what? You are reading. You are reading E1. Then compiler will go on searching for E1. Yes, declaration is there. And also assignment is there. Declaration is there and also assignment is there. Then compiler software throw any error here? No. Okay. Then now next point what? Compiler is checking in a E1 object or E1 class. E1 class. Compiler software never consider value. That is object or null. Compiler don't know. Compiler know only one thing. The variable initialized with something. Yes. Then it will go to where now? Class. Compiler software always work with memory or syntax. Syntax is nothing but declaration. So when you write E1.x, compiler software searching for X variable in which class? E1 class. In E1 class, X variable available? Yes. Then it's compiled. Okay, na? Tell me, what the meaning of E2.x? First search for which variable? You are reading E2, then searching for E2 variable declaration. Hi. Then next, it should also have initialization. Yes, available. Compiler will search for X variable in which class? E2 class example. In example class, is that E2 X variable is available? Yes. Any compile time error? No. Compiled successfully. Guys, all you people understand? Expecting third one, you need to answer. Babu, ayya, chitti. Tell me, what is the meaning of E3.x? Do you get any compile time error? If you apply about 2 thoughts here, we will get correct answer. If you use your brain, you will give wrong answer. Come on. What is the correct thought? E3 compiler searching for E3 variable declaration. Found or not? Yes. Next, it is searching for assignment. Assignment is there or not? Yes. Does compiler see any difference between new example and null? No. Value there or not? Then compiler will go to which class now? Example. In example class, X variable declaration available? Yes. Compile successfully. Samajh mein aaya? Now, I am writing E4.x. Kya hua? Compiler searching for which variable? E4. E4 variable declaration available. But assignment? Then compiler throw error for X or E4? E4. Compiler throw error for E4. Variable E4 might not have been initialized. Up to now following commented. Then next tell me. I want to execute. Execution time. When class loaded into JVM, is this line already provided memory? B variable provided memory? X variable? Y variable? Main method? Execution started. Inside main method, object is created. In this line, AB variables provided memory? No, only XY. Why silent? What variables are provided memory? XY. In this, again XY provided memory. In this line, XY memory provided. No, only E4, E3 memory provided with value null. Is E1 pointing to XY memory? Why doubt Ray? Is E2 pointing to XY memory? Is E3 pointing to any memory? No. At execution time, is E4 variable available in the dot class file? No, it's a Tumri variable removed. In the dot class file, E4 variable is not available. Why? Because this variable is local to this method and there is no usage of that variable. Compiler code optimized it and that variable E4 is removed. So inside dot class file, how many variables are there? 3. E1 pointing to static variables, also pointing to non-static variables. E2 pointing to which is static variable? Same. Pointing to same static variable memory and its own copy of non-static variable. E3 pointing to same static variables and pointing to any non-static variable? No. And then A, already memory they read. Example.a, read. E1.a, read. E2.a, read. E3.a also read because E3 pointing to static variable memory. Now come here, E1.x. Read from its own copy memory. E2.x. Read from its own copy memory. E3.x. Can JVM read X value with E3 reference? Why? E3 not pointing to X memory. Tell me, is this point known to compiler or JVM? Compiler don't know that E3 not pointing to X memory because compiler don't see any difference between new example and null. Compiler is a innocent fellow like you. Okay, na? JVM like an intelligent fellow like me. Hey, Sabash, I'm intelligent. Okay. So JVM knows the memory related story. Compiler don't know memory. So compiler don't see difference between new example and null. So finally tell me, can I access non-static variable by using null referenced variable? No. Will you get compile time error? No. Will you get runtime error? Yes. What is that error? What is the problem here? You are accessing X variable by using which variable? Type of variable. I'm not asking name of the variable. Type. It is a null pointer. It's pointing, no? Okay, pointing, so it is called pointer. Teaching, so you can call me as a teacher. You are listening, so call what? Listener. Somebody sleeping is called what? Sleeper. Are you following my point? So same way, these variables are pointing to one object with its reference. That's why it is called what? Pointer. Pointer Java doesn't support pointer, no? Hey, that pointer is different to this pointer is different. It is just pointing, English word pointing, okay? Not concept pointing, okay? So this E3 is what? Null pointer variable. So that's why compiler throw here what? Null pointer exception. Runtime errors are called exceptions, remember? So it is called null pointer exception. Okay, so look at there, control 1 compile and control 2, you will get what? Exception in thread main, java.lang. Null pointer exception cannot read. Look at there. Is JVM saying static variable or non-static variable? It is saying what is the word? Field. So tell me, what is the alias name or common name of both static non-static variable? Field. Cannot read field X because local 3 is what? Null. Samajh mein aaya? Right? So tell me, can I access, how many ways we can access non-static variable? 4 ways, sir. Hey? You are reading whatever the statement there over my. So you are not using your brain, only using your eyes. Now tell me, how many ways we can access static variable? Only one way. We can access a non-static variable only. How many ways? One way. What is that one way? By using object. Tell me, if we access non-static variable directly by using its name or by using class name, we will get what? Compile time error. Non-static variable X. We'll get compile time error. Non-static variable x cannot be referenced from static context. Next, if we access, and how I am typing you are seeing. Bhujna sakka. Are you people are seeing how I am typing? Huh? I'm checking whether will you move or not. No, like statue silently sitting. If we access non-static variable by using null referenced variable, we will get exception. What the exception? Null pointer exception. What is null pointer exception? Can I write null pointer exception as a shortcut NP? Is a runtime error. We will get at program execution time. If we access a non-static variable or non-static method, NSV means non-static variable. NSM means non-static method by using a null referenced variable, we will get null pointer exception. Why? Because this referenced variable doesn't point to or reference to non-static variable or non-static method memory. Well, start from there. Java will sell you to you. You no need to that. All industry people are saying Java very tough, Java very tough. You can slap them. Yeah, what range? Who told you Java very tough? Tumri fellow. You learned wrong way. That's why Java tough. Correct? If you want to slap the people, then you should learn Java thoroughly. This one program enough. This is main method, okay? Outer dabba is class, inner dabba is main method. Now tell me now. First, when you run Java example, I hope you followed the procedure. Java example. What happened? First, JVM is created. Then JVM loading example class. Loading is nothing but you can consider as a control come. Step number 1. Do you need to step number 1, no, 2, 3? Step number jamana over na? Still you want 1, 2, 3? How many days you want 1, 2, 3, man? Get it? I don't. Okay na? First step is what? Class loading. Slowly concept should register in your mind. Every day 1, 2, 3 and irritating like anything. Second step, static variable A memory, static variable B memory created with what values? Once again, default value 0. When I am asking repeat again, that means you are not giving right answer, okay? You are giving wrong answer. Don't start a 0. There is a mistake, okay? That mistake you have to find out. What mistake I am telling? If you give right answer, I don't ask you to repeat again. Remember, that is what technique. B value? Yes, super. So slowly come to a stage correcting immediately your mistake. Super. 0. Next step, assignment. Assignment, can you call it as initialization? Because first time we are storing, don't call it as assignment, call it as initialization. Static variable initialization, 0 replace with given value or assigned value. Okay, don't call it as a 10 or 20. What is that? Assigned value 10, default value 0, assigned value 10. So that terminology important. Next, B, 0 replace with assigned value 20. Okay, static variables memory created under the class. Can I say this is a class context? This is class context, or it is called what? Static context. Class context or static context. Which class? Example class. Then this memory I can access by using what? Example dot. So tell me, is this memory created because of object created or because of class loaded? Because of class loaded. Okay, class loading completed. Then are non-static variables memory created? No. JVM going. JVM look at this, right? Go into next variable y. No, right? Then go into yeah, main method. Come on, right? Then now inside main method, what right? Example E1. Listen, I want write memory diagram something like this. E1 variable created here with a default value. Array 0 is int value. How it can be stored in example variable? Example is reference type, na? Reference variable default value null. Is default value applicable for local variable? No, there is no default value inside. Default values will be there only for class. Okay, na? Not for local. Tell me, E1 variable created. What next? Equal to new example. What new example, new keyword will do? Go to example class, collects the variables. Following or sleeping? Have you all done same way? If you have not done this way, if you do any mistake, please correct it. Next example, you should not do mistakes. Understand? You mark it. Here I did mistake because I'm a tumri fellow, brainless fellow. Even though yesterday explanation also, today also again I'm doing mistake and I should beat myself. After going to home, I'll hit my head to the wall. Don't hit. Okay, just I'm telling. If you really want to hit, no problem. But don't write my name. Okay, na? last batch, just joke wise, I used to say, commit suicide. Once foreign student take it seriously. Okay, he written a big mail. Why you always influencing, promoting, students to commit suicide. I will file a case on you. Pray. Okay. Namaskaram Anna. And people are, generally, some people don't have common sense. And Telugu manam ante laughing grandula is something we say, na? Gnana nadula is something we say. So those people don't have humorous. They are very rigid. They are very serious. Every word, every statement, they'll take what? Serious. But we, Andhra, Telangana people, we never take anything serious, right? We just casually, worst fellow. Yeah, I'm worst fellow. So we are very casual, right? We don't take anything serious. But some people are there, wow, okay, very danger. That's why that day onwards, I didn't say commit suicide, okay? I'll say, okay? Right. So, actually, big mail he sent. Really, after seeing that mail, I didn't get angry. I didn't surprise. I was laughing like anything. Okay? Wow, this kind of people are also there in the market. Okay. So, actually, in foreign, there is a rule. If you scold student, you will be punished. Even parents also scold. They can call to 100. My mother scolding me. Then your mother put in a jail for 1 week, 10 days. Babu, when you go to foreign for working, if you unfortunately got married, they only got children there. Be careful, Ray. Okay, children are having so much of freedom to punish you. Okay. But in India, no case. If the child is going to police station saying my mother, father beating me, police also will beat you. Right? Okay. So that's wonderful, India. That's why India is a lot of freedom here. Okay. So the best place to live in this world is India. So I love India. That's why I'm staying in USA. Which USA? United States of America. Reference is what? 1010. X variable. E1 is a local variable, Shahid. Local variable doesn't have default value. Already explained. Might be you didn't listen proper. Only class level variables have default value. Now tell me, XY variables are local variables or class level variable? So they have default value 0, 0. Right? Then now 0, 0 replace with? Assigned value. Okay, take it as a 30, 40. Change your notes. Take it as a 30, 40. 0 replace with 30 and replace with 40. So default values, assigned values. All the people, please answer. E1 variable, because of E1 variable type example, now it is pointing to class example. Okay, na? Right. And now the reference 1010 is stored. Because of the reference, it is pointing to non-static variable. So this thought should come. I'll give the notes. Okay. End of this program, I'll give the notes. Why static variable can be accessed by using reference variable? Why can't you access non-static variable by using class name? I'll give the notes part. Then next line going here. Tell me now. Example E2. First, what variable memory created? E2. Then E2 variable type is what? Exam. Because of this, it is pointing to same static variable class context. And then next, new keyword, again we'll go to example class, allocate new instance with reference what? 2020. X and Y variables memory created with the default value 0, 0. 0, 0 replace with assigned value 30, 40. Now reference is stored here. Because of the reference, now it is pointing to this object. Everyone understand? Next. Now next line is executed. E3. E3 variable memory created. E3 variable is of what type? E3 variable is of what type? example, then it is pointing to example class memory. All three reference variables are pointing to same static variable memory, and it has what value? Null. Because of null, is it pointing to any non-static members memory? No. That's it. This is the memory diagram I expected you to draw. Non-Andhra people, we are here select, okay? Stay away from the caste filling and all. Completed this one? Can I expect all the people understood? Now, what about this E4 variable? E4 variable will be there in the program? No. Now control will go here. Tell me. A meaning is A na? It is not A. It is example.A. Okay, this is not A. This is example.A. So compiler searching for A inside the method. Inside method is A available? No. Then it will go to class. So that means this is not A. You can access directly by name A, but it is not A. It is what? Example.A. Next. Example.A means go to search for A variable in which class? Example class. Next. What the meaning of E1.A? Can you please everyone tell me? Is E1.A mean really E1.A? No. E1, E2, E3. All three referenced variables are replaced with class name. Example.A, example.A, example.A. I will show you all these points. Don't worry. Okay. When we access static variable by using object referenced variable or by using null referenced variable or directly, compiler software implicitly replace that referenced variable with class name dot, because static variable memory available inside the class memory. Samajh mein aaya? Right. Next point, tell me. If you access e1.x, okay, when you access x, compiler place what here? Example dot. In example class, is x variable memory available? No. Example.x, is x variable memory available in class example memory? No. That's why we got compile time error. Listen carefully and answer, sir. When you write e1.x, e2.x, e3.x, when you write e1.a, e2.a, e3.a, for all these access, a dot, example dot, all these access, it is going to the same place or not? Because static variable have only one memory. But whereas when you write e1.x, e2.x, does it mean same? No. Access x variable from e1 pointing object. From here it will come. Everyone understand? Tell me, what is the meaning of e2.x? Access x variable from e2 pointing object from here. Tell me, is a non-static variable accessing is the same place? No. If you take static variable, access a variable from e1 pointing of e1 pointing, what the place? Here only. Access a variable from e2 pointing, that is also here only. So for static variable access, you write e1 dot, e2 dot or e3 dot, it will go to same memory. Whereas if you write non-static variable access, e1 dot x meaning is different, e2 dot x meaning is different, then e3 dot x will give to null pointer exception because it is not pointing to any memory. X variable access from e2 pointing. Control is coming here looking with what? Question mark face. From where I have to take. Okay, na? So it is putting question mark face. As a result, you are getting what? Null pointer exception. Can I hope all people understand this point? Flow of execution. Please write on this arrow marks. In subject, never commit mistake. Visualize. Close your eyes and visualize. E1.a. same place, e2.a, same place, e3.a, same place, e1.x, e1 pointing or. Now, I want to write why we can access static variable by using object reference. Tell me, static variable also contains the value of whom? Object only. Write on that points down. All are you practicing at home? What the meaning of practice? By heart and do imposition for 5 times. That is what? Practice. Okay, practice means not typing program, seeing output. Yes, wonderful, I got output. Clapping is not sufficient. All right, continuation next to the program, down you write. Next to the program, down you write. We can access static variable by using object referenced variable because static variable is also meant for storing value of an object, but common to all objects of this class. Manohar, where are you going? Hey, K. Manohar. Ayya Manohara. We can access static variable by using object referenced variable because static variable is also meant for storing value of an object but common to all objects of a class. And moreover, you have one small space here, one line gap, little bit. I want to add something like this. Even though, if you have space, write down, otherwise leave it, okay? Ichu. Even though static variable doesn't get memory inside an object, we can access it. If you have space, write down, otherwise stored in your mind. Static variable memory object లో రాకపోయినప్పటికీ మనం దాన్ని ఆబ్జెక్ట్ తో యాక్సెస్ చేయొచ్చు. ఎందుకనగా అందుకు. Okay, next. And moreover, the referenced variable type is class name. With the help of the class name, compiler and JVM can access static variable from class memory. Completed? You are writing that much fast along with me. The moment I complete, you are saying yes sir, completed. Wow, super fast writing. Yeah, you have. So hope this statement is sufficient for you to why static variable we can access by using object reference. Why we can access by using null reference? We can also access static variable by using null reference variable. NRV అంటే have a habit of writing shortcuts. Okay, our notes should understandable to only ours. If any your hostel friend reading the notes, you should ask your what is this NRV, so that you will get a chance to explain. Na? Generally, our lazy fellows. So we never work for ourselves. If you need to help to some other person for credit purpose, what do you say? You will definitely work. That's why, Baba, Rushikesh Patel. Rushikesh, no? Hardik Patel. Partila, okay. So we can also access static variable by using null reference variable because of object or because of variable type. Because of this variable type class name. Because of this variable type class name. Your screen is not visible. Rejoin. Mount put into down. Sanjana Panda. Rejoin. Panda, no? Correct, na? Showing, okay. Okay. So guys, hope you all comfortable with this story. Shall I ask next question? Next program is a horrible story. Pakka you will cry. Ready na? Let's see. You will make me cry or you will cry? Now class number test. One minute. I forgot. Write down. Continuation down. Class test 12. Write a question. Identify compile time errors. Write down shortcut. Identify C's and RE's in the below program. Public static void main of string area arcs. Here I am writing system.out.println a, system.out.println x, system.out.println example.a, example.x, example e1 equal to new example println of e1.a, e1.x, example e2 equal to null. Hello. Example class main method internal variables e1 e2 the same name can I use in another class? Yes sir, that is that class. This is this class. Tell me, in another rooms the same chair can be there or not? Can you go to that room and say this is my chair? No, you bought a pulsar bike same color, your neighbor also bought. Can you go and say this is my bike, give me? Right, both are a different scope. Now system.out.println e2.a, e2.x. Bolo Ravi, where is error, where is no error? Check yourself and give me tick mark, cross mark, compile time error, tick mark, output. Next cross mark, compile time error, runtime error. Check. When we access variable directly by its name, compiler searching inside main, not available. Then searching inside class. Then can it go to example class? No, it will check only up to current class. So it throw error. It's not available, throwing error. Same story X. Searching inside method, not available. Searching inside class, not available. Coming back and throwing error. Runtime error or compile time error? Compile time error. What the compile time error? Write down. Cannot find symbol variable. Cannot find symbol variable A. So tell me, how should I access one class variables from another class? By using that static variable, by using class reference, non-static variable by using object reference. Example.a allowed. Example.x wrong. What the compile time error? Cannot find symbol or non-static variable? Non-static variable cannot be referenced from static context. Here output coming 10. Now tell me, e1.a allowed. e1.x also allowed. Output is 10 or 20. e2.x equal to null. Here e2.x equal to null. Which is allowed, which is not allowed? e2.a allowed. Output is 10. e2.x, 1 second. Allowed, not allowed. What is allowed? Compiler. Who is not allowed? Runtime. So runtime error NPE, null pointer expected. Okay, now guys, everyone understood? Can I expect? Write them down. One statement. We cannot access one class variables. We cannot access one class variables in another class. We cannot access one class variable in another class directly by their name. Directly by their name. Yeah, enough. Remaining points not required. Let's move to next topic. Ready? Class test. Let me take example. Now saving time, I'll go with continuation number. Look at here, static int A. First you observe. And non-static variable int x equal to 20. One static variable, one non-static variable sufficient. Please look at here, concentrate. Now, I am displaying, okay, I am creating two objects. Example E1 equal to new example. Example E2 equal to new example. Tell me, at this line number, which variable provided memory? A and X are? Only X. A variable already has memory, na? Example E2 equal to new example. Here, who will provide memory? Sorry? X. Two copies of memory for X. E1.x different, E2.x different. E1.a same. E2.a same. Now I am writing system.out.println E1.a plus double quote plus E1.x. I can access static variable by using reference variable object. I am writing E2.a dot E2.x. Now tell me, any compile time error? No. Where is the compile time error? Spelling mistake, huh? Compiled and then executed, output coming what? 1020. Now, what I am trying to do, I am modifying static variable by using E1, non-static variable by using E1. After this, I am displaying both E1.x, E2.x. Can you tell me what is the output? Error? Why error? No error. Why error? If you అయితే
No one is a born analyst. You need to learn this skill, and let me show you how to do it.
is a static variable cannot modify. Final variable cannot modify. Static variable you can modify. Now tell me, E1.a, what is the value? 15. E1.x, 16. Everyone should answer. E2.a, how many variable? How many people? 15. Raise your hand. 15. How many people? 15. Raise your hand. How many people? 10. Okay. Do one thing. After class completed, open Windows from their jump. Brainless fellows. 2 days onwards, I am telling memory. 2 days onwards, I am saying, don't use your brain, worst brain, tumri brain. You are here not to use your brain. You are here for training your brain. How to train your brain? You have to bring the previous program points here. You should visualize the memory. Understand that Java is a concept and memory based programming language. As long as you are not taking concept into your mind and memory into your brain, lifelong you don't understand Java, always will give wrong answers. So people who has given answer 15, they have a memory in their brain. They are seeing memory. They don't see static int as a static int. They'll see what? Memory. They don't see example E1 equal to new example as the statement. They will see E1 pointing to static variable, E2 also pointing to same static variable. Then E1 point its own non-static variable, E2 pointing to its own non-static variable. Then when write E1.a equal to 15, 15 stored in A. Then is that modification affected to E2 also? Na? Because E2 also point into same memory. అర్థమైంది వచ్చిందా? Write and draw memory yourself and work out. By tomorrow you are coming, if you don't draw memory and come to the class, madre. I want you show this program execution flow with clear memory. What is this value? 15 only here, 20. What is this program? Heading, static variable and non-static variable modifications and its effect. And this modification effect. This modification effect to do other objects. This is the story. Give 2 lines or 3 lines gap. Seriously, I'm telling, if you don't have it weight working with memories, it's become very difficult for you to understand Java. You cannot give right answers. Java, you'll feel that it's very easy, mama, understood. But when new program is coming again, confusion. One object, that modification affected to all other objects because reason. If we modify non-static variable, that modification not affected to another objects because every object contain its own copy of variable memory. You have to write that answers. And so by class level variables, class accepts only logic. Class accepts only declarations. Can you write logic in the class? Class level, class is meant for what? Holding logic. Logic meant for performing operation. So method is meant for performing operation. So where you should write logic? Inside the method. A equal to 10, assignment, operation should be part of method. Draw memory and come and see. Oracle.
मुझे समझ नहीं आता क्या जरूरत है फौरन जाके पढ़ने की।